Hello there and welcome to SNMB Academy. In this video I'll be introducing you to basic algebra. So we're going to learn about collecting like terms. So let's say if I have a book, let's say I have one book, okay, and I have another book, one book plus one book. So how many books do I have now? I have two books, so I can write that as two books. So now let's say if I represent my book with a letter B, let's say if I say one book equals to B, I'm representing my one book as B. So I can say one book right here would be B plus my other book is also B, and that will give me 2B. So in addition, all I'm doing is adding how many terms I have. So that's 2B, so that will be 2B's. Just like one book plus one book is two books. So let's say if I have now A plus B. So whenever we have questions like this, the first thing that we have to do is look at our like terms. So which letter appears again and again? I'll get them together. So over here, A is appearing twice. So I'll get all my A's together. So that's A plus A. That'll be 2A. And B has got nothing to do with anything. That's got nothing to do with A. So that'll be written separate plus B. And I cannot add my A's and B's together. So that would stay as 2A plus B. And that's exactly the same thing as like me saying I have two blue books. Okay, let's say I have two blue books and I have let's say I have one red pencil. Okay, one red pencils. So as you can see that I have two complete different objects. This is books and this is a pencil. I cannot add them together. They are two different objects. So when I say what I have, I would say I have two blue books or two books and one pencil. I can't say I have, three book pencil. That'll just be wrong. And therefore, this is exactly the same. My terms A are similar. So I will get my A separate, 2A, and B is a complete different term than A, so that will be written as separate. So my final answer to this would be 2A plus B. Okay, now let's say if I want to multiply my terms now, so let's say if I have 3 multiplied by C multiplied by F. Now in multiplying my terms, it's pretty simple because algebra is quite similar. You can apply it in literally any subjects, not just maths. Algebra represents anything in the world, anything you can apply to it. Let it be maths, finance, business, economics, whatever, you can apply to it. It's that amount of something. That's the beauty of algebra. So if I say 2B, or not 2B basically means, let's just do it 2B. 2B would mean that's 2 multiplied by B. So it's together now, 2B. Okay, it means I have two of something. So two pencils, I won't say pencil and pencil. I can say two pencils because they're the same terms, they're the same objects. So likewise in this multiplication, 3 multiplied by C multiplied by F, I can just write that as 3CF. Because 3CF is exactly the same thing as me saying 3 multiplied by C multiplied by F. Now, let's go to a little bit of more challenging one. I have a few questions that need for us to practice. Okay, so let's say if I have 6k plus 2m minus 4k plus 6m. So in this question, I would again collect my like terms. So I have k, 6k, and then minus 4k, bearing the minus goes with the 4k. So I can just write them together. So I can say 6k minus 4k, okay? And in the other hand, I can say 2m's plus 6m. So plus 2m plus 6m. So I get my k's together. 6k minus 4k, that's 2k, plus 2m plus 6m. So 2m plus 6m is plus 8m. So again, I've got 2 of k's plus 8 of m's. So again, not mixing my terms, writing them separate. So I have a few questions here to practice. If you think that you have understood collecting like terms, you know, nice and easy, you think it's nice and easy, you've understood it, so go ahead, pause the video and, you know, try to do these questions by yourself. Okay, so in this question, again, exactly the same thing. I have y squared plus y squared. A lot of people get it confused and they start, you know, adding the powers. That's got nothing to do with it, because in this, that's the same thing in me saying I have a y squared and y squared. So that means I have 2 y squareds, 1 and 2. So moving on, again, this is the question we just practiced over here. Okay, this question where we are collecting our like terms, and this is exactly the same thing. So I will get my a's together. So that will be 3a minus 2a, and then I'll be writing my b's. So plus 4b minus b. Get my a's together. 3a minus 2a, that's just a, and then 4b minus b, that's positive 3b. So that'll be, you know, a plus 3b. Alright, moving on, a little bit more trickier, stepping up levels, making sure we're understanding. So in here I've got 2 terms, x squared and x squared. So I can write those together, 5x squared minus 3x squared. And then I have my other terms as my just x's. So plus 2x minus x. So if I do my x squareds, so 5x squared minus 3x squared, again, don't worry about x squares, we know they're the same. We look at the numbers, 5 minus 3, so that's 2x squared. And then for my x, plus 2x minus x, so 2 minus 1, that's just 1 positive x. So the answer to this can be written as 2x squared plus x. So nice and easy, very straightforward. We just have to make sure we look at the question properly and just make sure which terms are the same. We get them together, just like I have over here, just like I have over here. We get them together, solve those first, and nice and easy, we can get our answers. So just making sure we're understanding, you know, this example, and we can apply it to literally anything.